Welcome to the Civil War Digital Digest. Today, we're going to be talking about how to pack a knapsack. Now, we always enjoy providing a lot of research and primary accounts when we're putting together episodes for the digest. So we went to do the same thing for how to pack a knapsack, and we searched tirelessly to find primary accounts of soldiers talking about how they packed everything before they went on a campaign. And we could not find a single story. So if you know of one, we would love for you to put it down into the comments. So lacking that, the next thing we did was looked at some of the manuals during the time. We looked through the regulations, the 1865 Quartermaster Manual, and also Army-Navy Journal that was published during the war. And once again, we didn't find anything talking about how to put a knapsack together. What we did find were a couple of them that talked about what to do with the overcoat or the greatcoat. Some suggested folding it and putting it inside the pack. Others suggested rolling it and putting it on top. And interestingly enough, in two different issues of the Army-Navy Journal, both were talked about. So we're going to look at the experience that we've had over many years in the living history hobby about what we found works well and what seems to make sense. What we're going to do today is I'm going to pack a pack that's going to be a very heavy pack, maybe an early war or someone that's just leaving their winter camp out on campaign. When this is all said and done, it's probably going to be quite heavy, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend that this is what you carry on your back. One last note, I'm going to use terms that come out of the Quartermaster Manual. This is the trunk, this is the sack, this is the apron, and these are the greatcoat straps. So what are we going to put inside the trunk? We're going to start there with our issue blanket. Now this is where your back is actually going to be up against the pack. So what you want to have in there is something flat and flexible for your comfort. You're not going to want to put things in there that are going to poke and prod at you as you're on the march. Now we actually still have a little bit of room left, so I'm going to throw some rope in there so we can build a shelter. Now I also have a shelter half here. My comrade would have the other half, and I'm going to place that in there as well. And we're going to get that buckled down tight. All right. Now we have the other side, the sack portion. I have an extra shirt, and then some various odds and ends. I have my writing kit, so I can write some letters home. A huck towel, so I can clean up when available. A sleeping cap, at least one pair of extra socks. Now again, there's no wrong way, so maybe you can put some extra socks in here, whatever works for you. I also have some other odds and ends like a pocket mirror, a lantern, a hard rubber comb, and my sewing kit. Remember, this is everything that you own on your back. And I also have a testament. We're going to put that in between the shirt there to protect it. We're going to get the ties down with the apron so it stays closed. All right. Now, we have our rubber blanket or gum blanket. What I would suggest, and many others do as well, is you place it here folded, just a little bit longer than the actual pack. So maybe when it starts raining, you can get a hold of it to pull it out, or maybe your comrade can get it out for you so you can stay dry on the march in a rainstorm. The other thing that this does is if you're actually lucky enough to have a fry pan, you can place the fry pan on it, and that protects your blanket and shelter half and other items from maybe getting the black from the fire or any grease. Last, if you actually have a hatchet, the little shelf here that's created from the full trunk makes a nice place to put the hatchet. And we're going to fold it over in half and then get it buckled down. All right, last would be the overcoat or greatcoat. As we said, some say to put this on the inside and maybe the blanket go on the outside. I'm going to place it on the top. This is a lot of weight on top of the pack, and it's going to have a tendency to want to roll back on you. One picture of a soldier talks about running a stick through the back, through the straps to kind of hold the greatcoat up. Another way that works really well, and again, this doesn't come from a photo or from an actual primary account, but seems to make sense, is just running the greatcoat straps up over the shoulder straps so they stay tight and it keeps this from rolling. And these you want to cinch down nice and tight to keep that from bouncing around and rolling around on you. All right, and there you have a fully packed knapsack. Notice with the coat that I actually put the folded part, the cape, back away from me. That way it's not getting into my ears or my back of my neck and irritating me on the march. Now again, this is a very full pack. I would recommend dividing some of this up like the fry pan and the hatchet with your comrade and you not carry it at all, because this has got some pretty good heft to it, and you probably would make that full 15 or 20 mile march a day with this type of pack on. If you have any questions about what we did, feel free to put them down in the comments. And again, if you know of a primary account that a soldier talks about packing his knapsack, I would love for you to share it down there for all of the viewers and us so we can learn. Thank you for watching this episode of the Civil War Digital Digest. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button, and remember to subscribe so you can get notifications on all of our new content.